Good morning. Welcome, Studio Church. My name is Brian Sanders, and this is Word of the Day. I had an interesting thing happen the other day. I was talking to somebody just in generalities about church and religion and that sort of things, and they said, I don't go to church. I don't need it. What's the point of church? Well, church is a place where I can go when I have questions or feelings or understandings or misunderstandings, and you can come to church with those same or different aspects of your life, and we can talk about those things, and we can look at the Bible, and we can read the Bible together, and we can study it and try and come up with some sort of conclusion or an answer or whatever. So I really like what it says in 1 Corinthians 12:7. I'm reading out of the NIV Bible here. It says, "Now to each one the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good." So there you have it. I mean, we're not going to get every aspect of God given to us. We're only going to be given elements of that we can excel at if we put our mind to it. So it goes on in verse 11 where it says, "The Spirit gives gifts," I'm paraphrasing of course, "wisdom and knowledge and healing and faith, miraculous powers, distinguishing between good and evil spirits, speaking and interpreting tongues." So if we're given any one of those gifts, I mean, we are supposed to take that and run with it and excel with it and excel at that. Those gifts, they're for other people. They're not for us. We're supposed to be transparent enough to receive those gifts to be able to give them to others. And it goes on in verse 11 to say this: "All these are the work of the one and only Spirit, and He distributes them to each one just as He determines." So there you have it. All those gifts are available. We're not going to get all of those gifts all at once. We're not going to excel at all of them. If we do try and take all of those on, we'll only be mediocre at everything. And mediocre at everything is not as good as being excellent at one thing or two things. So there you have it. I mean, that's what church is all about. It's about a group of believers coming together to be able to discuss these things and worship the God in true fashion. And it's also for unbelievers who have a lot of questions and a lot of concerns, much like the question I just brought up, what's the point of church? So with that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you again.